Nostalgia is a very powerful emotion that can be felt. It can cause many negative experiences in the past to seem not all that bad in retrospect because you're looking at it through rose colored glasses. Minecraft is not completely immune to this issue, as Minecraft actually has one of the largest cases of people who are nostalgic for the game in anything. In any regard, somebody somewhere has some positive experience with Minecraft that they had as a kid. Now, for me, that was playing Legacy Console Edition mini games with my brother on the Xbox a while back in like 2015, 2016, that area. Not too long ago compared to people who've been playing it since 2011, but I was also 4 when 2011 happened, so. But the real reason why I bring up nostalgia as such a big factor in Minecraft's whole longevity as a game is because a lot of the time there seems to be a pretty big disconnect between players who prefer the modern version of Minecraft and the older versions of Minecraft. Now personally, I prefer more of the modern style. I gotta admit, there's a lot more things to do in the game that I wouldn't have done in the older version of the game, and would have definitely had 10-year-old me a whole lot more excited to play the game often if he played it in 2025. Now, I'm not saying that the older versions are bad, but I would like to compare the two to show exactly why some people just see things through nostalgia glasses that make them want to hold Minecraft in such a high regard in his younger years. First off, I want to talk about my personal bias. While I did say that I prefer the modern version of Minecraft, that doesn't mean I necessarily hate the older version. I just don't prefer it as much to playing something more modern. That being said, to figure out why exactly I didn't like this older version, I did play 2 different worlds that I had, one in 1.21.5, which is the latest version at the time of this recording, and in 1.8.9, which is the version that I played the most on when I was a kid back on Legacy Console Edition. And to put it simply, I really liked both of the versions. I liked how much more stuff there was to do and explore, and the mods that I put into the game definitely helped my playing experience in 1.21.5. And in 1.8.9, I love the simplicity, and the things like developer art really highlight how much further Minecraft has come in these years, and how it went from just a smaller indie game to a much wider, more cultural phenomenon. But here's the thing though, while I like both of these versions, I do obviously prefer the modern version. Why? Because in my opinion, I think it is definitely better than the older versions. I'm not saying that there's no reason to play the older versions, or that there's no purpose to even have them here as an option to even play them, which is another topic that I want to bring up. The people who always are in the comments of every Minecraft video talking about nostalgia and how they used to love playing this version as a child. These versions aren't gone, you can still play them. There's no real reason to not play these older versions, as it's definitely an experience sitting there and playing something that's from almost a decade ago or over. The whole idea of playing older versions of Minecraft feels a lot similar to collecting CDs or listening to music through older means such as vinyl or CD players or cassette tapes. Because yes, while Apple Music and Spotify are very convenient or accessible on your phone, there's just something that you can't recreate after taking out a CD and putting in another one and putting it back in its own original case. And I think that's why the appeal to older Minecraft is so strong with players, because not only is it for nostalgic reasons, I mean, hey, it's the version that you picked, that you grew up on, it's your childhood recreated, but it's also because of that whole feeling of having something that's almost vintage quality, but still a perfectly functional and perfectly usable version of a game. I mean, older Minecraft has, obviously less stuff than newer Minecraft, but at the same time too, a lot of players gravitate to older Minecraft because of that. It's a simpler time with much less bloat cut out of it, which, well, I admit there's a lot of bloat in new Minecraft, which is one of the problems I'm going to bring up later. But the idea is that people just like playing older Minecraft because it's a simpler time, it's a simpler experience. You can just get in and play it. Now, in the same regard that people choose old Minecraft for its simplicity, people choose new Minecraft for its content. I gotta admit, there's a lot more stuff going on in 1.21.5 than there is in 1.8.9. You have completely reworked villages, oceans, trading mechanics, redstone, places to explore, biomes to see, new blocks, new building types. I mean, the list just goes on of stuff you can have. But at the same time too, it does feel like it can be a bit bloating. The last couple updates, while they were nice, and it's nice to see that games get such huge updates and support from this, do tend to add a lot of unnecessary features, like the different types of mobs and different biomes. I feel like that's not really necessary, because I'd much rather see a regular cow than one that looks like it got a spray tan and got horns glued onto it. But again, that's your prerogative if you like that kind of stuff. The main idea here with Minecraft in its modern versions is that you have a lot more things to do, a lot more things to keep you interested. This isn't the 15-plus-year-old building block game that so many people have built their childhood on. This is now a much larger experience that has building almost kind of like a secondary feature. Yes, you can obviously build, and they definitely facilitate that with many new blocks being added almost every single update and hotfix, but they add new experiences, new mobs to find, new biomes to explore, and all those things I previously mentioned that help aid this idea of adventuring in a grand world. But much like how the chicken couldn't exist before the egg, and the egg couldn't exist before the chicken, old Minecraft and new Minecraft couldn't exist without the help of each other. New Minecraft wouldn't exist because there'd be no framework of old Minecraft to even consider building off of, and old Minecraft wouldn't exist because the players wouldn't look back on it in the same fondness as they had done with, old Minecraft. The main point I'm trying to get at here is that if you really like Minecraft, you'll play whichever version you like. You won't go onto YouTube comments and complain about how much worse Minecraft has gotten in your eyes, or how much better the old days used to be and want to go back, because if you want to go back, you can just do it. Play older versions of Minecraft. It's fun. In fact, if you have an Xbox or something similar and you own a disc copy of the legacy version, you can still play that version. It's completely and totally usable. I sometimes even play it on my own Xbox. It's the same scenario on Java, except you just change the version or download a different version of Java. The main idea that I'm trying to get at here is that if you do like Minecraft, play whatever version you want, because it is not up to what everybody else thinks of what is better or what is worse, that you should choose what to play if you truly like the game.